Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're talking about civil rights. All right, then the intro. And here we go. Hey, what's... Hey, you ready to do this thing, bro? Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Daniel, one half of the Kwok Brothers. And who do we have here?
Melvin Johnson.
Guess who's back? Back again, right? But hey, in all seriousness, guys, give this video a thumbs up. We would really appreciate it. It's gonna help us with the algorithm, so it allows us to put more diversity intense videos out there for the world to see.
Absolutely, and we need
Absolutely.
that.
Especially in these times right now. Welcome, guys. Today we're gonna be talking about business lines of credit for real estate investing.
The fun stuff.
That's right, the fun stuff. So
Yeah.
Mello, real quick, give us a 5-second summary of what you talked about in the last video with you going 0 to 2.5 million.
Yep, strategic partnerships, and also actually applying the business credit to help me get in a lot of deals. So
Yeah.
it's been good.
All right, I love it. And obviously you guys can check that video out in some of our other videos that we have in our channel. So let's go ahead and talk about the topic at hand. And guys, before we do, stick around because we're gonna have a free gift for you guys at the end that Mello and my brother has come up with. So it's gonna be awesome. Stick around, free gift at the end. But today we're talking about using business lines of credit, business credit for the purposes of real estate investing.
Real estate, absolutely.
So obviously we've got to see the end product. How is this going to look in the big picture? Why don't you share with us how you've done deals as a real estate investor? Because you invest in real estate.
I do.
You know, you do a lot of buy and hold, you do nightly rentals and flips. You know, I've seen you do a lot of different things. How has business credit and business lines credit affected your real estate investing career?
It's allowed it to scale faster than I would have ever thought. So business line of credit for me was something that gave me an opportunity to sort of diversify, the famous word diversify my portfolio a lot faster and a lot sooner than I would have thought. The way that we utilize our lines of credit is we leverage them in such a way where we are able to go after assets, whether they be value-add opportunities or short-term holds. We go after these opportunities to build value in these products, these properties, and ultimately decide whether or not we want to hold them, turn them to nightly rentals, and or sell them. So they've been extremely helpful.
Well, let's talk about a specific deal, because I know in your career you've had to raise less money because of the business line of credit strategy. So let's talk about, because I know you do flips. Let's talk about a fix and flip. What are things that you have done differently because of your knowledge in business credit versus somebody who will go out there, get a hard money loan, and do the whole deal using hard money?
So the business line of credit, what it's allowed us to do, it's actually allowed us to acquire 6 doors in St. Louis, in the St. Louis area. Well, one of them actually are one of our nightly rentals that's doing really well. But it's allowed us to put those properties on those lines at 7.99%.
Right, which is very cheap money.
Which is very cheap.
Yeah.
It's actually lower than I initially planned to give one of my investors, which was at 10%, but 7.99 is relatively cheap. The great thing about the line that I think has the greatest benefit is that it functions in a way where I'm being reimbursed for a lot of the rehab costs on these projects.
What do you mean by that when you say reimburse?
So typically with hard money lending, and in this way it functions similarly, you complete a phase of the project. And you can see this in the FHA 203K loan as well, individuals. If you've had experience with that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. With the FHA 203K, once you're done with a particular phase of the rehab, you would, so to say, initiate a draw request from your lender, right? Which is our line. They'll reimburse us of work that's been completed. So I have this works great if you have a phenomenal relationship with your general contractor. My general contractor is Aloysius Tisworth, shout out, he's been great. He's actually allowed us to scale a lot faster because he's completing a lot of these jobs, and he's set up on a payment processor like, Stripe, Square. He has something with his bank, and he allows us to satisfy our invoices via credit card. So we're not really coming out of our own pockets with cash, right? We're actually using more credit to satisfy these invoices, and once the work is completed, then we go to our lender. They reimburse us, so they give us our money back that we spent on our credit cards, or even the cash we may spend. They give us that money back, and it satisfies whatever balance we have on our credit card. So we eventually end up spending no cash out of pocket.
It's more flexibility, right? Less cash you need to raise, That's phenomenal.
Yep, less cash, and it's all about strategic partnerships.
Yeah.
If you have to obviously pick partners wisely. If you have great partners, this will work. If you have a great general contractor, this will work. And then, obviously coupled with some good credit, it works. So for me, it's been an amazing sort of tool, resource to actually scale fast.
And according to your last video, that credit line really is leveraged by the cash, by the strategic partnership cash. And so how long does that investor have to keep that cash to have that line secured?
So typically, if individuals who have $50,000 or more, of liquidity, if it's in, no matter what account, I always tell individuals, don't start moving the funds around, because if you don't have an LLC set up, or maybe you have an LLC set up, don't, wait until you start shifting accounts. Funds in accounts, because they'll be able to tell, okay, this account belongs to this individual, and then they could sum that up. So, but if you begin to move accounts and you're trying to sort of transfer large amounts into one account and it's unsourced, then you'll have to wait a minimum of 60 days before you're able to establish the line based on that new liquidity to that new account.
So only 60 days?
Yeah, only 60 days.
Wow, that's phenomenal.
Only 60 days, and if you don't shift accounts, it could be as little as 10 days. So it's
that's good. So now let's turn our attention to the individual who's watching this video and saying, wow, I want to do exactly what he's talking about, right? So I have $50,000, or I know somebody that has $50,000. Melo's telling me that I can get $500,000, and now he's telling me I can use it for real estate investing purposes, which is a lot of our audience. So what advice and what action steps would you give to that individual?
Simply put, we're excited, right? So don't forget to do the simple things such as setting up an LLC or an S corp, or however it's going to be formatted. So just figure out what your model is going to be for having that line of credit established to that business for real estate. So that would be like the first step. And then if you don't have that liquidity, right? Strategically finding your partners, the individuals who would most benefit from this strategy, because this is a very unique strategy, and it's a very helpful strategy for individuals that are looking to start in real estate, right? Looking for value add opportunities, and maybe to turn over an asset quickly, or maybe to purchase on the line, build the value into the asset, and then later refinance, to hold it longer term. That's actually a strategy for most people as well. So those would be the foundational steps that I think that individuals need to take in order to establish this line, and just not forget to do the simple things, making sure that you have everything checked off, that the operating agreement between partners, if you're going to do a partnership model, that the operating agreement clearly spells out things. That was the part of the process that my partner and I had the most difficult time, just because it wasn't set up properly. So just making sure that it's set up properly, between the partners. And if you have any questions about that, feel free to reach out. I think the email will be in the link below, or go to our website at www.maajcapital.com for that info. Just making sure that those steps are
right. So it's definitely not simple. It has to be done properly.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of steps, paperwork, a lot of things that could go wrong. Absolutely.
Absolutely. And to that point, you have a company that's owned by a hedge fund, right? So individuals are like, hey, what bank can I go to and figure out this, do this? Well, that's the thing there, this hedge fund, they are, looking to help real estate investors out by establishing a line of credit to them so that they can go out and make their real estate dreams, a reality. So definitely you want to be, cognizant and good stewards over the money that they have, and, respective of their time and efforts, to offer a product like this, for sure.
Yeah, right, which I think kind of leads us to say the free gift that we have offering to you guys, which is a free business credit checklist.
Absolutely.
And that's actually for you. You're saying go to the person watching this video, go set up the LLC.
Yep. Set up the LLC.
Set up the LLC, right?
Yep.
What else do they need to before accessing the business credit checklist?
Set up the LLC. Make sure that you have the $50,000 liquidity minimum, right? If you have more than that, then that's fine.
Or find somebody that does.
Or find someone.
Because I know you did. You found other people that had $50,000 or more.
I found several partners that were more than qualified, and when I told them that there's a possibility that you may not spend any of your own cash, they were really privy to that idea.
Yeah.
So find out the individuals who do have it, if you don't already, and establish an LLC with that person if you don't have an LLC with them. and then reach out. It literally is that simple.
Yeah,
it's not.
Absolutely. So tell us more about this business checklist. This is business line of credit checklist, business credit checklist. Tell us more about that. What are these people exactly getting for complimentary?
The business checklist is something that Sam and I developed that helps individuals who are sort of more guided towards an organic process of building business credit, right? So it helps them to do things it helps them look out, and also along the way of establishing business credits, establish things that, most lenders won't tell you that you need to have established. So that starts from DUNS number, EIN, which is free. All of that stuff is free. Don't pay anyone to do that free stuff. Getting the right Net 30 accounts, getting the right vendor accounts, getting website set up properly, getting a proper phone number, email, business email, those little things that, a lot of times could help really jumpstart. So if you're on that phase of your investing career where you say, well, I have 3 to 5 months where I could spare actually organically building up so that I could build to a position or a place where I could have unsecured credit cards under my business that's not personally guaranteed, then this is a track for you. This is a track that'll really help you. I started out on this track in March. I've been able to secure for my business personally about $70,000 since then in business credit cards that I've been able to use at 0% interest for my business. That'll also help to pay a subcontractor to do some things on the house.
And you paid for dinner last night. That's how powerful this strategy is.
Yeah, I paid for this morning.
This morning, right.
At 2 a.m.
At 2 a.m., exactly, after basketball. Yeah, exactly, right.
So,
Right, so guys, check that out, guys. The business credit checklist, super duper important if you're trying to start with business lines of credit and do exactly what Melvin is doing. Now, of course, when we're talking about the topic of using business credit for real estate investing, we can't forget the real estate investing part. People
Absolutely.
have to be educated on real estate investing because, well, it's a powerful tool, right? But with great power comes great responsibility, right? We need to know how to use those business lines of credits properly. And Melo definitely has learned how. So guys, along with the business line of credit checklist, the business credit checklist, guys, in the link in the description below, there's also a real estate investing workbook that I actually came up with. And guys, I want you to use that workbook to test out your knowledge, right? So the business credit is the capital.
Absolutely.
The real estate investing is the knowledge and the deals, right? You bring those two together, capital and deals, you've got a formula for success.
Absolutely. I'll hit here, with the capital, it's the currency. Cash is currency. Credit is currency. It's how we wield it. So to say, fun fact, all of these projects on these lines have allowed me to be in these 6 projects at no more than 5. I think last time we calculated, I was in at 579, and our appraisals came back at 1.3. Now we know that those are subjective, of course, but that's an astronomical leap from us being able to invest via credit opposed to cash, and then having that huge gap in terms of profit. So I mean, we're all in the game of real estate for profits, and it just doesn't get any better than that. So definitely take advantage of the workbook because without the knowledge, I wouldn't have been able to be in a position to do these sort of things. So
absolutely, and the workbook, guys, this actually has free. It is free, but it also has simulations and exercises. And it actually includes deals I've actually done in the past. So you guys are getting real life experience. And I don't know about you, but I know for me and also for you, we learn best by doing.
Absolutely.
Right? We learn best by doing. So again, guys, check the links in the description below for the business credit checklist and also the real estate investing workbook. Both are completely complimentary, our gift to you. And until then, guys, we'll see you in the next video.
Have a good one.